Hey, what's up, YouTube? And we are back again for another Marvel Universe review for you guys. Today we will be doing Comic Pack Thor and the single release Thor in the series. That's just released I think a couple of weeks ago. And it's in your stores right now. Check Walmart and Target and everything else like that. But without further ado, let's bring these guys to the forefront. I think we got cell phones going off here. Well, at any rate, this guy here, classic Thor. I mean, Jared, my buddy, he kind of doesn't like this one. He says it's, kind of too cartoonish, and it just doesn't, he doesn't like it. I mean, he really saw this, and he's like, I don't like it. Now, me, on the other hand, I'm a little partial to this. Why? Well, when I was first introduced to this character, and I fell in love with Thor, and a lot of you guys will find out that I'm a big Avengers fan, and I'm a big Thor fan. When Kirby used to draw him, this is exactly how he looked, and this is, in my mind, will be forever etched. So when you look at it in those terms, don't get me wrong, not that I don't like that, I mean, because that screams God of Thunder. But coming back down, I mean, if you want the classic look of Thor, and you want that Avengers essence, this figure definitely hits the nail on the head with the hammer. No pun intended. But you don't like it, Jared, do you?
Nah, it just looks like they called it in and just did the cheapest version they possibly could.
So, I mean, so you're saying when you say you don't like it, you're just saying basically what the sculpt's too cartoony, the face, paint.
The sculpt's bad. I didn't really like it that well.
Damn, the sculpt's bad. I like that. Well, I like it, you don't like it, but we both can agree on this Thor.
That is bad.
Yes, it was released as a single figure in the line. It wasn't in the comic pack, to my knowledge. I think you picked this one up. I haven't gotten this one yet, and I like it. I mean, the chainmail, the cape, the way it flows. I mean, just the nice subtle colors there. I mean, down to the feet. I mean, every little detail that you've seen in the comic series is on this figure. I mean, there's a lot of sculpting going on, and I do believe that the guy that was working on the Marvel Legends line doing a lot of the sculpting, I can't think of his name right offhand, but my brother was kind of, alluding to the fact that this guy is working on, Marvel Universe figures now, and that's why we're getting such beautiful figures here and there that they kind of stand out in the line. You see something like this, like even though I'm a fan of this, you see something like this, it's kind of comic bookish, if that's a word, and the way it's translated here visually. And then every now and then you'll get a piece like this that's just, just masterful. And I love it. Nothing I can say bad about it. I mean, we got standard articulation. I mean, standard stuff. These guys tend to be very predictable in how they're going to bend, at the thighs and at the knees and at the wrists. We're not going to even bore you with that. But one of the things I did want to talk about right here while we're, reviewing, and we're all over the place and we're excited, is the fact that this line in general, to jump off these figures for a minute, this line in general has got me really excited because I don't know about you, Jared, but have you noticed that they're coming out with a lot of figures really quickly?
Yeah.
As opposed to the Legends?
Just really rapidly.
Really rapidly. I mean, because it wasn't, I probably got this, 2.5 weeks ago with the Enchantress in the 2-pack. The next day I turn around, you shoot me an email and with a picture, and I'm like, well, when does it come out? You're like, no, it's at my house. And I'm like, well, okay, where's mine? But anyway, I'll get one later. But coming over here, I think this is not that's not the representation of the figure, but that's kind of what they're getting at. Actually, this figure I've seen before in Dalen 757's collection and some other guys out there. I've seen in your collections as well, a lot of guys that post on YouTube. This one was actually the Marvel Select, right? And I like that figure. It came with a little castle stand that he can stand on at the base or whatever. And this is exactly, if I'm not mistaken, the same figure. The only difference is there's probably a little bit more articulation on this particular Thor in the 3 3/4 inch line as opposed to the Marvel Select version. But I mean, this is definitely a carbon copy of that figure, and I was just shocked that this 3 3/4 inch line tooled a figure with such quality and detail so early in the series and gave us something that we could really sink our teeth into. You know, I'm not going to bore you guys. You know, everyone knows, you know, Thor's the god of thunder. You know, Odin's his father. He's from Asgard, blah, blah, blah. I won't bore you with that because, I mean, if I got into that, I feel like I'd be insulting everyone in the community's intelligence. And, you know, we're all friends here, and I don't want to do that. But, you know, I have to give both of these figures for different reasons because I know what you're going to say, Jared. You're laughing at me. A 10 out of a 10. What do you say?
5 out of 10.
So you give classic Kirby Thor a 5, and you give the Asgard God of Thunder a 10. Okay, disagree? Strongly agree. But you know that's what we're here for. I'm sure some guys out there are watching this and some gals and saying, you know what, Sky Prince, you don't know what you're talking about, and you know he's right, that figure's crappy. But in my opinion, guys, I really am excited about both of these guys. I mean, I think they stand up nicely against any of your Avengers, you know, displays. If you want to put either one of these guys in there, it will definitely be a great addition to your collection. If you do not have these guys, get him, hell, get them all. That's where I'm at. First, I was like, I don't know. Now I'm like, get them all. But that is our review for the Marvel Universe line, Thor comic pack, and single release figures in the series. And post comments. If you got review videos, hit me up. You know, I watch all you guys' videos. I enjoy doing that. I love, you know, picking you guys' brains and learning from you and seeing what you guys are doing. I mean, I love everything about this whole movement. That's what I call it. It's like a YouTube collector's movement, and I'm really excited about it. And I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys are going to do next. So without further ado, this is Sky Prince at Collecticon Studios signing off.